Washington Commanders. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about this Commanders team coming into play here today.
Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
On the other side of the field for the visiting 49ers, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of the...
The final 2-week stretch of the 2023 regular season, and we are underway week 17 here on this New Year's Eve.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. Steven Sims. And he will score. Touchdown, Commanders. So a heck of a start to this one. We haven't even gotten settled in already in the end zone on the opening kickoff.
And you know what happens, too? Now you got to translate what that means, because I think for the team that just scored, their defense, I think they'll be more aggressive now. They'll be bolder. They're playing with a lead and an early one and some momentum. So if you're the offensive coordinator on the other side of the field, you'd better be prepared for some heavy pressure coming your way. They're going to try and get another big score and a big one early.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. So how about that for an intriguing start? The opening kickoff of the ball game, return for a touchdown. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
So here's the first drive now for the 49ers.
And bringing them out is the rare southpaw in his 4th year, coming off his best season as a pro, Tua Tagovailoa.
And he comes to the end of the season leading the NFL in passing yards. And that's not necessarily something you set out to do at the beginning of the year, but it's a good illustration of how remarkable and consistent he's been all season.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one goes for 24 yards.
And we're going to see the ball in the air quite a bit here. This is a top 5 passing offense in the NFL. And they certainly like to get everybody involved. So this defense, they're going to have to be able to counterpunch somehow. They couldn't there, and it's an opening drive, first down.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10
as they've got it to the 28-yard line.
On play action.
Here's Tua looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ferguson. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 14 down to the 14.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Tua going to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun.
Oh, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught. Touchdown! Jakobi Meyers, his 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Niners' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Here's Steven Sims on the return from his end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. So out comes the Washington offense as they get their first shot. Bringing them out is the #1 overall pick this year, Heisman Trophy winner at Alabama, Bryce Young.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Now run straight ahead with Warren.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Young. And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
Javon Kinlaw
In there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at the 40.
The drive starts with a run from Achane.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 17 carries, 61 yards, and a touchdown.
And when you measure numbers for the guys that carry the football, it's not just the yardage. How many times do they ring the bell? How many times they get into the end zone? And now that he has 15 for the year, everyone gets to celebrate, starting with his offensive line.
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Achane gets it from the gun.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Tua sets up to pass it. Open man right side, Myers. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take, punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
Out comes the Washington offense as we get a look at the playoff race in the NFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed, aren't
Yeah,
you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadrupled. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
You look at this Niner defense.
They're in the spot statistically that you don't want to be in against the pass. Number 32 in the league, dead last.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down.
So, Charles, take nothing away from this young man under center, because I know people think he's got a very bright future in this league, but I have to figure the defensive coordinators love the thought of squaring off against a rookie quarterback.
And especially if they have guys they can put together a game plan with that's going to confuse, disguise a lot of coverage, make this kid think a little bit. Because in college, he's seen a lot of things. Let's not get it wrong here. But at the same time, in the NFL, you can do so much more because of the athletes you have, because of their football IQ. And don't forget, you're going to throw a couple extra rushers at him as well. See if he can handle the pressure when those guys come at him.
And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on third down. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Warren will try the right side, and he'll work down inside the 45. Well, this defense for the Niners, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And Young's throw there incomplete. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on third down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. That throw by Young incomplete. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. From the shotgun, it's Young. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football.
The Commanders went for it, but they cannot pick up the first.
And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing.
Now, that's just simply good coaching and excellent technique on that play. You know why? Because everyone wants to rush the passer when they want to throw the football, but you're not always going to get there. So what are you taught to do? When the ball's finally thrown, get your hands up in the passing lanes, and they batted that one away.
No.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw going into the hands of Williams.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
A run straight ahead with Achane.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. DJ Reader there on the tackle.
So from the 37, here's a 2nd and 9.
Now Tua. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Throwing now is Tagovailoa.
And he is going to have a 49ers 1st down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
But certainly as a fan, you get a little bit nervous when you see him make those kind of throws. But they work on that in practice more than we know. And most of them now know their limits and know what they can get away with. And there's a completion right there.
Achane not going anywhere. He'll lose a couple back to the 6. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big time.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Jake Ferguson from 6 yards away. And the Niners are able to stretch out their lead.
And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
McPherson on for the point after.
It's good to make it 17-7. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco.
And Sims says, let's bring it out to the 25. The Washington offense set to take over again.
You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups, check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
To throw, Young.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
Young on 3rd and 2. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
So a change of possession here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Here's Achane to start the drive. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. They work now on 2nd and 9.
Looking to pass. Tua.
He'll dump this off to Achane.
Pretty nice move, but not a ton of space there. They stop him shy of the 25.
Holding offense. Man, that ain't make no sense.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Here's Tua. The short one there taken in by Ferguson.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30.
That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Achane on the counter.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, Gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Tua looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. And between the last 2 plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
You got to be ready for anything when you play defense against this head coach. That is not something you'd expect to see here in the red zone, but it winds up getting him a few yards.
On 3rd and short to give to the tight end. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers.
Darnell Washington, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Niners are able to add on to that lead.
That score was not a game clincher by any stretch of the imagination, but the other team now has to be careful to not let this game begin to slip away.
McPherson now for the extra point.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run.
Sims going to go ahead and hold on to this one, and they'll start at the 25. Now the Commanders' offense set to take over. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And Young's throw there incomplete.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. This offense so far on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. That throw by Young incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away.
Shrugs him off. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Now Achane on 1st and 10.
Shoves him aside. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this 1st down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. From the 41, here's a 2nd and 8. Again, it's Achane.
I I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice, dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
They'll run for it with Achane.
And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. No surprise this offense would be able to convert. They're currently second in the league in first downs, and they pick up one here.
Yeah, not a stat that we talk about a heck of a lot, but it's a vital one. And in this case, it's really vital because what does it do? Keeps their defense off the field, gives them a chance to rest.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa.
He finds Smith and Jigba.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. 2nd down and 6 now from the 26.
He'll drop to throw.
He'll find Williams on the slant.
And that's good for a gain of 6. And 3rd and 1 now.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
They'll go. Achane.
And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration.
2 and now on 1st down. Left side, he finds Smith and Jigba. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
Now a 2nd and 6.
Back to throw.
They set up the screen. Achane has it.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And it's complete in the end zone. Touchdown 49ers.
Jake Ferguson.
As the first half is winding down.
And the 49ers are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
And McPherson on for the extra point.
And the lead is now 24. So that one a 13-play drive in total.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Young to throw it. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Trying to lob it in there, but it's incomplete. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach!
We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey. And it's the Rams who have the lead in the second quarter. Ray McCloud, a touchdown reception. From there, we stay in the AFC East. We head to Buffalo to see what's happening with the Bills. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting New England Patriots. Dak Prescott has thrown a touchdown pass. Finally, let's get to Philadelphia. Check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. The Eagles trying to gut this one out, as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well, as we are back and started in the second half. Pass midfield. Still going. One man to beat. Touchdown, 49ers. From one end zone to the other, 101 yards. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And talk about taking words and bringing them to life. At halftime, I will guarantee you in their locker room, they talked about pressing the kicking game because you can get an advantage if you do it right, and they just did.
McPherson on for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. And no doubt one of the most, if not the most exciting play we'll see in this game. The kick return all the way to the end zone for 6 points. So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. As the Commanders make their way out on offense, let's take a peek at the playoff picture in the NFC. Well, including this week, 3 weeks remain in the regular season, Charles, and it is going to be interesting to see how this playoff picture sorts itself out before we head into the postseason.
Competitive, entertaining postseason, that's what we're always striving for. But I think we get it during the regular season, too, because you never know how things are going to go during the final weeks of the season. Every team pulling out all the stops to get a better seed or just to get one of those 7 seats at the table.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. 3rd down and 1. A handoff for Warren. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll try to throw now. Young. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. On the give, it's Warren. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They toss it to Warren. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive.
I like this focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
Now a run with Warren. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
Holding offense.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Young to throw it. Here's Moss with a catch out of the backfield. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down at the 47-yard line.
They'll run out of the gun with Moss.
5 yards will get them back to the original line of scrimmage, but now they're looking at 3rd and 10.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Young on 3rd down.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 33. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Now a first down throw for Young.
And brought in downfield by Burks.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
Moss. Going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Moss once more. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Zach Moss.
A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Commanders get a bit closer. And they would not be denied on the ground, powering it in just one play after they got stopped short.
And how about how many tight ends are on the field? Because in today's NFL, we think of the tight end more as a pass catcher. But this group, they tell them you've got to be able to run block to stay on this team. And they committed to it and got it done right there.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the lead is down to 24.
Commanders 14.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. Now the 49ers settling in for their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
68 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Achane here, they stay on the ground to the 43, 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 45-yard line.
12 yards on 3rd down as the drive rolls on.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
Two and now on 1st down. Smith and Jigba with a grab.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 38-yard line.
Up the middle, Achane.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 25-yard line.
It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. On the handoff, it's Achane.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A give, running right, Achane.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets them up 1st and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Washington. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. A give up the gut to Hill. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
His 2nd rushing touchdown on the campaign and 4th overall. And the 49ers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
And maybe that's the magic touch right there. They didn't use him at all in the first half, at least running the football. But here they entrust him with some work down in the red zone, and he responds. 1 carry, 1 touchdown.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Commanders 14.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And Sims says, let's bring it out to the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
Out of the gun, it's Young.
He gets this one to Burks.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Young.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Warren. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
2nd down and a yard.
At the 45-yard line.
Young will set to throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And Young's throw there incomplete. It's been that kind of a day so far throwing the football. It just seems like nothing going right offensively.
Yeah, it's a catch that should have been made, pure and simple. And look, everything else that goes into running a good pass route, throw it all out if you don't catch the ball.
Been that kind of game throwing the football so far. Nothing going right offensively.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10.
Here's Young. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Brings up
2nd and 7.
At the 50-yard line.
Young now from the 50. That pass taken in by Burks. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing, Young. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
Young now. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving. To throw, Young. Over the middle, complete. It's Tucker. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
4 yards on the pickup.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 6.
Niners 23-yard line.
Now Young. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Randy Gregory. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
The offense on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Now run straight ahead with Warren. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. That is caught. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Young. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Jackson Smith and Jigba and his offense ready to go once more here. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Now 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 39-yard line.
Here's Tua. Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a 1st down.
1st down, 49ers.
A run straight ahead with Achane. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
110 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. And they'll give this to Achane. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
On 2nd down, a run by Achane. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Throw left side complete. That's Warren. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Looking to throw, Young. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Javon Kinlaw picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
But when this game is done, the credit will go to the consistent pressure on the quarterback as a huge cause of this win. Most teams are happy if they get a few of these games per year. You know they're going to watch this tape over and over, try to identify what's working, and keep it going.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Meanwhile, the throw by Young was knocked away and incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Young. And this is dropped it incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time has run out on this ball game. So the victory here for San Francisco, and this not always an easy proposition, Charles. You had a West Coast team that traveled east, but they got the job done.
And there's so much that goes into it because your body time and your body clock different from what you're used to west, because if you go east, you're going to lose up to 3 hours. Right? So is your body going to be awake when it's time to play? A lot of teams actually rehearse it. They practice it. Maybe the week of the game, they move everything up to that time frame so guys get used to doing it that way. I remember when I played at Tennessee, when we had to go from east to west, our trainer Tim Karen said, leave your watches on East Coast time. Every piece of information we got was East Coast Standard Time. Try to psychologically tell us what to do, as well as prepare our bodies the same way.
So for San Francisco, they get an all-important 10th win to move them to 10-6 with 1 week to go. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.